What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Tony the Lammy. Thanks for tuning in to a brand new episode of Brother, Please Hear Me Out. Now, first thing is first, if you have a genuine love and appreciation for this channel and you recognize the value within it, the number one way that you can support me is by supporting me through Patreon. It's only $5 a month. I'll leave the link in the description below as well as pinned into the comment section. And with that $5 a month, what that will do is help put me in a position to which I can take this platform off of YouTube and become independent of YouTube, to which tdhiphop Media is now a legitimate media platform. The goal is not to grow big on YouTube. The goal is to grow independent of YouTube so that we have our own space where we can speak freely without fear of the channel being taken down. And now we're all starting at ground zero again. Now let's get into the topic at hand. What I wanted to talk about today is what I've been telling you that I was going to talk about for the past couple shows now. And that's how to get into the tech industry without a college education. You don't necessarily need college per se to enter into the tech world. And that's what we're going to get into. I need you to share this episode, specifically this episode, with all of your family and friends. This will probably be the most important episode that I've done and the most informative episode that I've done to date. And I want to keep it as short and straight to the point, and I think the word is succinct, as possible. Now, first thing is first. Or I shouldn't say first thing is first, but the article that I'm going to be reading from today is called "The U.S. Has Nearly 1 Million Open IT Jobs. Here's how much it can pay off to switch industries into tech." But before I start reading this article, I need you to follow some basic instructions for me. Because what I'm going to do first and foremost is give you the tools that you need to literally be able to change your life within the next 8 to 12 months. And the tools that you need is for you to get a Comptia ITF Plus certification and a Comptia A Plus certification. With those two certifications, you can now get you an entry-level position job in the tech world with those two certifications alone. And if you want to take it a step further, you can get you a Comptia Linux Plus certification. Now, with the first two certifications alone, you can get you an entry-level position that'll change your life forever. But like I said, if you want to take it an even step further and put more money in your pocket, get you a Comptia Linux Plus certification. How you're going to do that is this. And I'm going to need you to follow basic instructions, please. I'm going to leave a link to a video below for you to watch. The video is called "How to Get Started with IT, Information Technology." I'm going to need you to watch that video in full, not half the video, don't skip through it. Please watch the video in full. Once you've watched the video in full, you're going to scroll down to the bottom in the description section of this man's video, and he's going to have a series of links for you. Click those links, open them up, and bookmark those links. And you want to also make sure to bookmark that video as well. But you're not going to dive deep. You're not going to dive deep into those links just yet. Just bookmark them. So first, watch the video, and then bookmark the links that he has in the video. Second, what I'm going to need you to do, and I'll leave the link to this article in the description. The article is called "How to Get a Comptia Certification. Go at your own pace, focus, and lab every day." This particular article right here focuses on how to get the Comptia Linux Plus certification. In between the video that I'm recommending to you and this article, you will have all of the information that you need in order to acquire these certifications and change the trajectory of your life forever by entering into a tech company at the entry-level position. These jobs are plentiful. They pay a lot of money, a lot more money than what most of you are making right now. And if you want to be able to take care of your family, take care of your kids, make your wife happy, you need to go ahead and jump on this ship right now while it's still boarding. Because I've gone into all this stuff before. I've told you about the mad scramble. If you're not familiar with the mad scramble, you're going to have to go back and listen to the first 2 episodes of Brother, Please Hear Me Out. But I'm going to lay these instructions out for you one more time. You're going to watch the video and the link will be in the description below, titled How to Get Started with IT, Information Technology. Bookmark that video, click on the descriptions in the bottom of the video. You're going to see a series of links. Bookmark those links. Once you've bookmarked those links, I'm going to leave you another link to an article that you're going to read next, called How to Get a Comptia Certification. Go at your own pace, focus, and lab every day. Watch the video, read this article, and then you can dive back into the links that you have bookmarked that I told you not to look into yet. That's literally all that you need to change your life forever in 8 to 12 months. I don't know how to lay it out any simpler than that. I really don't know how to lay it out any simpler than that. Please, please, please share this throughout the community with your family, your friends, your brothers, your sisters, aunts, and uncles. The jobs are plentiful and the money is plentiful. Now let's get into this article. This article comes from CNBC. The U.S. has nearly 1 million open IT jobs. Here's how much it can pay off to switch industries into tech. And I'm going to ask you to forgive me ahead of time. I'll leave the link in the description below for this article as well. But I'm going to have to ask you to forgive me ahead of time, because I'm not going to be editing this video like I do all my videos. So it might be a little clunky as I'm reading. But at this point, if you're listening to these videos that I do on Brother, Please Hear Me Out, you're clearly not listening for entertainment purposes. So let's get into it. The tightness of the labor market has been making headlines all year. But perhaps the biggest talent crunch has been seen in the technology sector. U.S. companies have about 918,000 unfilled IT jobs in the past 3 months. I'm going to read that again. U.S. companies had about 918,000 unfilled IT jobs in the past 3 months, the Wall Street Journal reports, according to federal employment data analyzed by Comptia and IT Trade Association, or NIT Trade Association, I should say. Part of this has to do with companies simply investing more into tech to drive business initiatives, and as a result, having to build out those departments quickly. Every company is a tech company now. Mehul Patel, I know I'm butchering the person's name, but it is what it is, CEO of tech recruiting site Hired, tells CNBC Market It. Even if you're Capital One or Disney or American Express, you have to hire tech talent, and you have to focus on building an employer brand and creating a funnel for talent. But while demand for tech workers has skyrocketed, job postings in the technology sector rose 32% in the first half of 2019 compared to the prior year, according to Comptia. Supply hasn't kept pace, accounting for 60,300 people who graduate with a computer science degree every year, 20,000 developers who complete coding boot camps, and even maxing out the 85,000 available H-1B visas to fill tech roles with international workers, that still leaves a major gap in talent. Now, what are they talking about specifically right there? Because I'm going to read that again to you. Or I'm not going to read it again. I'm just going to make it simple. In the course of 1 year, 60,300 people graduated with a computer science degree. 20,000 developers completed coding boot camps, and 85,000 available H-1B visas were filled out. And I'm confusing that. Let me keep that simple. What that 85,000 H-1B visas is these are tech companies that are importing employees from outside of the country, just to make it simple. That's what that is. So in between 60,000 computer science graduates, 20,000 coding boot camp developers, people that graduated from coding boot camps as developers, and 85,000 immigrants being brought into the country to work these jobs because we just simply can't fill them within the United States amongst the population alone. In between all those people, these tech companies still cannot fulfill the demand of work that they have. It's not even close. It's not even close. I just told you at the top of this article, U.S. companies had about 918,000 unfulfilled IT jobs in the past 3 months. Now, I'm not that great at math, but 60,000 plus 20,000 plus 85,000 does not equal 918,000. You understand what I'm saying? That's not what that equals. And even if it did equal that, that doesn't mean that all those people would be working those specific 918,000 jobs, because like I've told you in the past, as it pertains to STEM jobs, currently there are 2.4 million vacancies. 2.4 million, and that number is expected to rise. So my point is, the jobs are out here, the jobs are plentiful, and the money is on the ground. And you don't even need a college education to get these jobs. Let's carry on with this article. Companies are now spending more time and resources on competitive recruiting efforts. According to a 2019 report from ICIMS, a recruitment software provider, it took companies an average of 55 days to fill a tech role in 2016, but that jumped to 66 days in 2019. These vacancies are costly, to the tune of about $680 in lost revenue per day per vacancy, according to ICIMS data. What they're simply explaining to you here is, to date, with all of these vacancies in the tech world, an IT job will go up and it'll sit there for 66 days on average before somebody qualified is actually able to take that position. You can go to McDonald's.com right now, go to the now hiring section, and they'll have up there cashier needed. You'll look at that today, leave that, come back next week, go back to the McDonald's website and look for that job, and it'll be gone. In 1 week, the McDonald's cashier, that will have been fulfilled. But these jobs in the tech industry, in IT and information technology, these jobs stay vacant for 66 days. The money's out here, man. The jobs are out here. That's what I'm trying to stress to you right now. They're plentiful. They're plentiful. But it's not going to come knocking on your door. You got to do the work to get the certificates. Now let's keep going. It takes longer, it's harder, and we're finding fewer qualified applicants to fill those positions, says Kiyur Ajamir. Once again, I've butchered this person's name, but that's okay. Vice President of Infrastructure Shared Services with ICIMS. Now we're going to the next section of the article, titled Solving the Problem from the Inside. Beyond hiring and recruiting, one major way companies can bridge the tech shortage is to retain current employees through internal mobility programs. Tony Burr, 27 years old, has benefited from such initiatives firsthand. In 2017, he was working at the coffee shop on IBM's campus in Raleigh, North Carolina, but was unsatisfied with the direction his career was going. Through networking with IBM staff, he realized working in tech was something he wanted to pursue and applied to the company's apprenticeship program. Burr left his barista job and excelled in the 1 year full-time program, and in August 2019 joined IBM's cloud projects team as a software engineer. He now earns just over 3 times what he made as a barista, which has afforded him more earning power to save for his 2 kids' college education and provide them opportunities he didn't have. He tells CNBC Market It that identifying his own interest in electronics, taking a few coding workshops on his own, and speaking with mentors in the field helped him realize it was the right move for him. I think most people are interested in technology, phones, computers, game systems, graphics. He says for easing into the field. He was motivated to master the technical skills in 1 year that most computer science grads learn in 4. I've invested a lot in my skills, studying, putting in extra hours. If you have the right skill set, that'll negotiate your career for you. So basically what this brother did is what I'm talking about right now with those Comptia certificates. When I say you'll change your life within the next 8 to 12 months, obviously it doesn't take you 8 to 12 months to take an exam. It takes 8 to 12 months for you to do the necessary studying in order to pass these exams. You're not going to just read a little 30-page PDF file and take these exams. That's not what you're going to do. That's not how it works. It's going to take you about 8 to 12 months to study, because you're going to be studying at your own pace. You got life going on. You got kids. You got to work. Maybe you got 2 jobs. There's a lot happening. So it's going to take you about 8 to 12 months to study properly to pass these exams. But if you do that in 8 to 12 months, you will have changed your life forever. Let's get into the next half of this article, and then we're going to shut it down after this. Gabrielle Hempel, I believe I'm saying her name right, 28 years old, of Cincinnati, made the jump from working in pharmaceutical regulation to cybersecurity about 2 years ago. She paid $100 a month to enroll in a program with Cyberry, a crowdsourced cybersecurity and IT learning. A crowdsourced cybersecurity and IT learning and career development platform. Within 8 months, she secured a role as a security analyst with Accenture, 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 I believe that's called, earning a pay bump of $40,000 per month. Earning a pay bump of $40,000 more per month than her previous job. Within a year in the field, Hempel negotiated for a promotion to senior security analysis with Accenture, and she's noticed recruiting efforts are night and day compared to her previous industry. Now, I'm not going to go into the rest of the article, but what she means by that is, now that she has her certificates and she's actually in the field of tech and she's working in the field of cybersecurity, to be more exact, like I said, it takes about 66 days on average for these roles to be fulfilled. So you have companies that are now throwing themselves at her, and she's able to negotiate her pay. So let's just say she's making, $60,000 or $70,000 a year, and you got a company that sees your LinkedIn and now they're offering you a job. Well, you already have a job and I'm making $60,000 a year, we'll say. So if you want me to jump ship and come to you, I have no problem with that. But I'm going to need at least $80,000 a year to make it worth my while. And guess what? These companies are doing that. They're doing that. They're willing to give you $10,000 to $20,000 more per year to come work for them, just because that's how desperate they are to have these roles filled. That's how desperate they are. And I'm just going to leave it there. I've said more than enough. I've given you examples, and I literally gave you the roadmap at the beginning of this show. So with all that being said, please share this with everybody. Take this information seriously. Last episode, I talked about how we are just grossly overrepresented in the field of entertainment. It's time for that to end. We need to have what I call a black tech revolution, and we need to be overrepresented in the field of tech. It's not hard to do. It's very easy. You don't need a college education to get started. You don't need one to get started. I'm not saying it's completely irrelevant, because it's not. If you graduated from high school and you're going to college right now and you're trying to consider, what I want to do and things like that, look into the degrees that will get you a job in the field of tech. So I'm not telling you college is irrelevant, But what I'm saying is that for those of you like myself, you're in your 30s, I'm 34, and you're just kind of working these little jobs here and there, and you're struggling to figure out how to get yourself together, and you're just getting older in life, and you got kids and all this kind of stuff. Understand, I'm in the same boat as you guys. And you're trying to figure it out, or you need a way out. I just gave it to you. There's your way out.